Hello, everybody. Welcome to our online luxury event with Vacations for Canadians. We have three very exciting suppliers that are going to share their product with you tonight. And thank you guys for taking the time to join us. We know that it's quite warm out there. If you're probably anywhere in Ontario or Quebec at this point, it's quite warm outside. And maybe in other parts as well. I'm not sure. I just know where I am. It's feels like 40 out there. So we're not really cruising top of mind right now, but I actually am looking at this big iceberg right in front of me on the Seabourn page, thinking, wouldn't that be nice just to jump in there right now? So, cruising isn't always about the Caribbean in February, but there's so many different itineraries and times of the year that we can go. So we should keep it top of mind even when it is really hot here in Canada. Anyways, I am going to introduce myself. I'm Teena Dowd, owner of Vacations for Canadians. And tonight we have three suppliers. We're going to have Seabourn, Azamara, and Royal Caribbean. So we are going to get started right off the bat with Stephanie Tate Croning. And she is from Seabourn Cruises. And just a little bit about Seabourn just off the top here. It's an expedition cruise line, all inclusive and ultra luxury. So Stephanie, take it away.
Thank you so much, Teena. And hello, and everybody. I hope you're ready to learn a little bit about Seabourn Cruises. I just got back from a Seabourn cruise about 2 weeks ago, so I'm super excited about it. So let's go ahead and get started. Our Seabourn fleet is one of the newest fleets at sea. It consists of 5 ocean-going vessels, which are nearly identical in design. They offer 229 ocean-facing suites or 300 ocean-facing suites. We recently purchased 2 new expedition ships, the Venture and the Pursuit, but I'll talk about those in a little bit. At Seabourn, we like to say that we're the world's finest ultra-luxury travel experience, but you don't have to take my word for it. Seabourn consistently wins top awards year after year. Best luxury cruise line, best small ship cruise line, best cruise line ultra luxury. And these awards are from popular votes and some of the most respected travel resources: Condé Nast, Travel Weekly, Cruise Critic, Time Magazine, and the Robb Report. So if you haven't sailed on Seabourn, you can sail on us with confidence. Now let's talk about our all-inclusive difference. What makes Seabourn so special to win all of these awards? We've identified a list of our Seabourn all-inclusive differences. It's quite expansive, but I'll do my best to break it down for you. Our luxurious oceanfront suites. Our past vice president of sales came from a job at a land resort, and he pointed out that unlike land resorts where you have to pay more to be on the water side, every suite is oceanfront. So you have beautiful views no matter where you're located. All of our suites include a walk-in closet, beautifully designed marble bathrooms, elegant living areas with a sofa and dining table. And of course, our premium and penthouse suites offer larger accommodations and additional touches, like this one with a wraparound deck. I think that would be amazing. Our ships are beautifully designed. We have curated art selected specifically for each ship, and we have them designed with a residential decor that kind of gives you a home away from home feeling. Very comfortable. We have a staff ratio that's more than 1 staff member to each 2 guests. Each suite includes a personal suite stewardess who ensures everything's perfect. Our staff offer intuitive, personalized service. Don't be surprised if they anticipate your needs. For example, last time I was on board, one of my shore excursions got back late. It was after lunch, but too early for dinner. I was a little bit hungry, but I didn't want to ruin my dinner. And I was trying to figure out what to do. Should I order a meal or try to find a snack? And before I knew it, my stewardess was there. She said that she had heard that the shore excursion was running late, and she showed up with a plate of little sandwiches. It was just perfect. Also, our all-inclusive difference means that no one ever has to pick up the tab, and this encourages a very social atmosphere. When I first went on Seabourn, I was a little bit worried that it might be stiff or formal, but it was exactly the opposite. It's very, very casual, very social. Everybody is just excited to be traveling and want to talk to each other about their experiences. We also offer a personalized bar setup in your stateroom. And our teams are driven to exceed expectations. Service is always with a smile. We offer a full complement of spa services, and we partnered with Dr. Andrew Wheel to bring our spa experience to a new level. We continue to win awards for our spa year after year. All dining venues are complimentary. Guests select their table each night. We've partnered with Sterling Caviar. Guests enjoy caviar in the surf or caviar on ice on select destinations. And here's another tip. If you're a foodie, we offer a shopping with the chef for fresh ingredients at local markets. This isn't listed on the daily planner, but you can check with the front desk when you get on board and ask for the date and an invitation if that's something you'd like to do. And of course, we use the highest quality ingredients. We fly our sushi in from Japan, and we even roast our own coffee on board. Here's a list of our gourmet dining options. We have the restaurant, which is our stunning fine dining setting that offers an extensive menu. And all of our venues offer open dining, so you can dine when you want and with whom you want to dine. We have a fantastic sushi restaurant. I ate there 3 times on my last trip. It was chef's kiss. It was fantastic. We have the Colonnade, which is our more casual indoor-outdoor restaurant that features an open kitchen, lavish buffets or table service for lunch and breakfast, and regionally themed dinners. I love having breakfast and lunch in the Colonnade, especially out on the open deck when you're in the Mediterranean. There's nothing like it. And then we have the patio, Solace, and Earth and Ocean, which I'll talk about in a minute. Solace is our fine dining experience. It's a new fine dining experience that has been meticulously curated to bring Seabourn's signature elegance and sophistication to our fleet of ships wide, ensuring that each meal becomes truly memorable occasion. Highlights include whimsical cocktails, vibrant plating, and flavor combinations that are both familiar and elevated. Each evening, our skilled earth and ocean chefs create an imaginative array of fresh and inventive dishes. A sophisticated menu celebrating eclectic traditional flavors from around the world, served in a relaxed setting under the stars for a distinctive dining experience unlike any other on board. I have a friend who went on board Seabourn and they ate in Earth and Ocean every night under the stars. They just loved it. During select cruises, the insider knowledge and relationship of our expedition team members help us gain access to exclusive sites and experiences through our Ventures by Seabourn program. You can enjoy kayaking, zodiacs, and hiking for up-close exploration. We're very proud of our itineraries. Despite our small fleet, we visit all 7 continents and offer a wide variety of cruises. We visit hidden harbors and marquee ports, and our intimate size allows us to get where the larger ships can't go. So let's take a look at some of our destinations. We have Alaska, Antarctica, Arabia, and Asia. Arguably, our most loved destination is Antarctica. These cruises include multiple landing opportunities, so you can actually set foot on land in Antarctica with us. And as you can see, our Alaska departures are not your typical Alaska itineraries. We travel to seldom visited locations like Princess Royal Channel, Rudyard Bay, Alert Bay, Indian Islands. If you look up any of these itineraries, you can click on the destination of the day and see highlights for each destination, because a lot of times these are unknown ports, so it's kind of neat. Here's one of my favorites for Asia. It's a round trip Yokohama or Tokyo departure that goes loops all the way around the top island or the main island, and then it goes up to Hokkaido, and it spends a day over in South Korea in Busan. We also visit Australia and New Zealand, Canada and New England, and the Caribbean. And again, these destinations are not what you'd expect from your typical mass market cruise line. For example, on select dates in the Caribbean, we offer Marina Day with unlimited access to water sports. And on select departures, we have our signature experience, Caviar on the Surf. You can wade out to a floating table with champagne and caviar, all while enjoying a beach barbecue and music. We offer a lot of cruises in Europe. This is our biggest destination, the Mediterranean and Northern Europe, South America, and we offer a world cruise about every other year. We offer a wide variety of Mediterranean itineraries, including a number of 7-day cruises. And these are really great if you want to try out Seabourn and see if it's for you. All of our itineraries are different itineraries, so you can link multiple itineraries together. So you can go for 7 days or 14 days or 21 days and choose the areas that you'd like to visit. We're really excited to announce the 2 newest additions to our fleet, the Venture and the Pursuit. These are built specifically for expedition cruising. And expedition travel is different than your typical travel. You're more engaged with the environment. It has a more intimate experience that allows you to capture moments, and it makes you more aware. We offer life-expanding moments, unexpected discovery, and active luxury, all in a seamless experience. This is for guests who actively want to participate in soft adventure and destinations that are rarely traveled. Many guests who visit Antarctica with us have come back year after year because it's such an extraordinary experience. These are our 2 expedition ships, the Venture and the Pursuit. And these ships were built specifically with travel to Antarctic and Arctic in mind. They have a PC6 ice strengthened hull, so they're very safe. We have 132 suites for 264 guests. All of these are verandas. Our seaborne differences also apply to our expedition ships, but these also have some additional differences. We have a world-class expedition team. We have 2 custom-built 6-guest submarines. We have an open bridge policy. We have enhanced expedition experience with 24 zodiacs, scuba diving, snorkeling, and kayaks on our expedition cruises. This is our expedition lounge. It has kind of a similar feeling to a ski lodge. And I just love to point out this suite. This is our largest suite on our expedition ships. The suite has a lower level living area that's large enough for entertaining with a dining table for 4. The upper level is a master bedroom with a queen size bed positioned to face those windows. And oh, these windows, they're 2 stories tall and the width of the suite. So I can only imagine traveling in Antarctica with just the icebergs right outside your window. Would be amazing. Each of these ships have 2 submarines. In the bottom picture, you see a round glass on either side. These are the 2 seating areas. The top picture kind of shows a view of one side of the bubble, and the middle picture kind of shows the seating area from the inside. These aren't deep sea submersibles. They typically go down to about 200 and 300 meters, but it's an amazing experience to see under the water. I've heard that the first thing that people do when they get in these are reach out their hand to touch the glass because they can't tell where the glass starts and the glass ends and the water starts. Here are some of our expedition destinations. We visit the Arctic, Antarctica, the Amazon, Caribbean, and Central America. Let's take a look at a couple of these. I wish I had time to go over all of the itineraries because these are so interesting, but we don't have all day, unfortunately. Our most popular destination for expedition cruising is Antarctica. These cruises include chartered air round trip from Buenos Aires and a hotel overnight. So you just fly into Buenos Aires, we put you up in a hotel. The next day we fly you down to Ushuaia. And a lot of these itineraries are 10 or 11 days. This one that I'm showing you right now is 21 days. It's a special itinerary that includes South Georgia Island and the Falkland Islands. On our Antarctic cruises, you get the opportunity to actually walk on land in Antarctica several times. There's usually a landing twice per day, so everybody gets a chance every time we land. And so usually you get about 5 or 6 opportunities to walk on shore in Antarctica. The Kimberley in Northern Australia is our newest destination. Here you can explore the intricate mangrove ecosystem. You can visit Talbot Bay, where the large tidal changes make for a once-in-a-lifetime viewing of the horizontal waterfalls, among many of the different activities you can do on this cruise. Here's another one in the heart of the Amazon. You fly into Manaus, and several cruises go into the Amazon River up to Manaus, but very few of them actually continue beyond Manaus. We offer a cruise that does go beyond Manaus, and here are some examples of some stops that you might be able to see. Expedition travel is very flexible because we want you to see the best things that are available during that day. We have a team of naturalists on board with an education program. They explore the Amazon more intimately in your zodiac, operated by naturalists and lecturers. So about an hour to an hour and a half a day, you'll actually be getting off the larger ship and doing more intimate explorations. And every day we anticipate offering at least one activity. Of course, this depends on weather and navigational conditions, but we do visit during the dry season, so usually that's not an issue. We continually look for new and exciting itineraries like this one. This is our new Northwest Passage. It's very exciting to navigate this rarely seen area. You can go either westbound or eastbound. It's a 21-day cruise. And you can navigate through the most infamous passage on Earth, one whose history of exploration is more fascinating than any other region on Earth. Explore small Inuit towns such as Cambridge Bay and see how modern life has transformed the people of the Arctic. As you can see, expedition cruises offer a different way of seeing the world. It allows you to see remote location with the benefit of expert guides. You can visit Earth's most remote places that are only accessible through these ships. You can have up-close, once-in-a-lifetime wildlife viewing experiences, all while experiencing the comforts of a luxury ship. Thank you so much for your time. I think I talked too much to actually have time left over for questions, but if you have any, I know that Teena and her team will be more than happy to answer them, and we'll be sure to get you any information that you need.
That's great, Stephanie. Thank you so much. That was very informative, and I absolutely love the idea of expedition cruising. It's personally right up my alley, so going to be seeing me on a Seabourn ship sooner rather than later.
Excellent.
Thank
So
you
glad to hear
so
that.
much. All
You're
right,
welcome.
on to our next presenter, which is Margarita Peloso. And Margarita, you can take over the screen share if you'd like here.
Thanks. I just saw
Um,
that.
So Margarita is with Azamara, and anyone who is following our Facebook group, Cruise Deals for Canadians, is going to see that myself and another agent of ours, Karen, we're both going to be on Azamara this summer. So you're going to see lots of Azamara postings. This is sort of that cruise line that's kind of in between that ultra luxury and your contemporary premium cruise line. So Azamara is that nice little sweet spot that if you're, maybe not wanting to do that ultra luxury and have all the bells and whistles, this is a really great opportunity for you to explore something just a little bit finer, smaller ships. They stay in port longer, overnights and later times in port. So I'm going to let Margarita tell you more about Azamara. Go ahead.
Thanks so much, Teena. I'm going to try and keep it within my time frame, but just a little introduction about Azamara. We are completely independent. We are solely owned by an investment company out of Manhattan. And with that came a lot of very difficult changes. But the one thing that has been 100% consistent through this transition was our onboard service. And people have rallied about that. And there has been so much positive comments. I was recently on a voyage and somebody asked me after 3 days of talking to them, what is it you do? And I said, well, I sell for the cruise line. And the guy looked at me and said, that has got to be the easiest job. So it's just the number of people that we met that had booked for their next cruise while they were on board, or this was the third cruise that they had booked while they were on another voyage. It just, it really resonated with me and made me very, very proud to work for Azamara. So I'm going to just briefly go through 5 of the reasons that you will fall in love with Azamara. And the first one, and I think this is the key, is we're all about destination immersion. There are some fabulous cruise lines out there that have so much to do that you could do 17 or 7 or 14 days in the Caribbean and never leave the ship. And the destination is the ship. Whereas with us, the destination is the destination. And we appreciate that this great big world of ours has so much to offer. So Azamara has small ships. We pride ourselves in small ship cruising, taking you to remote and unique destinations. So we visit the iconic sites, we go off the beaten path, we find you those hidden gems. And the other thing is we stay longer in port. So we're the global leader in small ship destination immersion. And how we do that is we dock where the other ships simply cannot get to. With the fact that we stay longer in port, we've always had late night stays. So that's anything after 8 p.m. is considered a late night stay. We've also had overnight stays. And in 2024, we introduced extended destination days. And that means that we're in that port for more than 10 hours. And what that really translates into is being able to explore at your own pace, not having to decide, am I going to do a shore excursion and then I want to go and see the birthplace of my great-grandmother? You can do both. You have the opportunity to do both. And then we have true, authentic cultural experiences with our exclusive As Amazing events. And I'll touch on those a little bit later on. So up close and personal, and we get closer, as I say. We do have those overnight stays, and that means it's unrushed. I'll give you a perfect example. I was in Mykonos last year. It was as hot as it is tonight, Teena, when we were there. I got off the ship at 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to run some errands, mail postcards for some travel partners back home. Wanted to, of course, go and see the windmills. And by 1 o'clock, I was drenched and so hot. And I thought, I could just soak up some air conditioning. I thought, I'm going back to the ship. Went back to the ship, jumped in the pool, went back to my room, worked for 3 hours, soaked up lots of air conditioning. At 5 o'clock, sent out a message to some people that I knew on board and said, who wants to go back into Mykonos for some drinks, watch the sunset, and have a meal? And that's exactly what we did. Got back to the ship at 9:30 for a 10 p.m. departure. So it was, to me, the quintessential Azamara day by taking your time, relaxing, feeling unrushed. And as we say, the difference with Azamara is night and day. So I'm going to show you a little later some of the itineraries that we go to, but just keep in mind, we get closer, and we stay longer. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to move on to our As Amazing events. So these are something that really came about over 11 years ago, and it is where we take everybody from our ship and take them to a fantastic destination. Now, somebody was saying that they're going to be doing Croatia with us. So we have typically in Dubrovnik done it's a play, and it's on a rooftop of a museum, and it's really quite spectacular. A colleague of mine was in Dublin, and they saw a boys' choir in a cathedral. So it's something that is unique. It is definitely authentic to the destination, and it is available on Azamara. So any destination that we have more than 7 days, we will either have an As Amazing evening, an As Amazing day, or a destination celebration when we bring the concert or the performance on board the ship. And they are truly remarkable. I have done consumer events where I will talk about it and you see people's head going and I'll go, "Where did you go?" And they could talk about it for 10 minutes. It's amazing. The other the other reason you're falling in love with Azamara is the small ship experience. And I'm really sorry, Mitch, but I have used this example for a while. But after that post-pandemic era, people really did start to gravitate towards that small cruise experience. First of all, because we only carry at the most 700 guests. But the other part about it is it's more intimate, it's a little bit more personal, and you never feel crowded or rushed. You get to know your fellow travelers. And for some people, it really is a terrific alternative for cruising. So we are a small cruise line. We only have 4 ships, and our ships are small. So none of them carry more than 700 guests. We have 702 at full capacity and a crew ratio of 1.7. So similar to my predecessor who just presented, we have more than 1 staff per 2 guests on board. At 30,000 gross tons, it means that we can get closer. And the one thing that we will have noticed time and time again, if it's the first time on Azamara, you may hear "welcome aboard." But by your 3rd port, you're going to start hearing "welcome home." And I think the reason that you're going to start hearing "welcome home" is because our crew are the heart and soul of every voyage. In fact, we had a town hall meeting yesterday, and we were advised by our new CEO that the Quest, just recently on a voyage to a France intensive voyage, was the first time in her 40 years of being working in the cruising industry, has seen 100% of crew, friendly crew attitude on the surveys that are given at the end of the cruise. So that means not one person who filled out that survey thought that our crew didn't exceed expectations. So we're, as I say, incredibly proud of our crew. People will follow them on social media, and they make a world of difference. So let's look at our ships. So we are small. We do have something for everybody. So it's all about your own personal comfort, whether or not it's our suites. So we've got World Owner Suites, Ocean Suites, and Spa Suites, and they have added amenities, including butler service. We have a curated bar setup in your room. You have laundry facilities, Wi-Fi minutes, and in those top categories, you also receive onboard spending credit that you can use towards your shore excursions or gift shops or spa facilities. 50% of our inventory are verandas. And then we also have ocean view with a beautiful picture window, and only 10% of our inventory are inside staterooms. If you are looking for that top suite, they tend to book up about 18 months to 12 months in advance. So don't sit on it. If you're looking for lots and lots of space with that wraparound veranda, you're going to want to book early. As far as public spaces, there are so many spaces on board, intimate spaces, larger spaces, everything from the cabaret lounge where we've got nightly shows to the living room where there's daily entertainment. We will also have karaoke there. A band normally plays in the living room until 10 p.m. and then a DJ comes on. And there have been some itineraries I've done, particularly if they're under 10 days, where that living room is hopping until 10 p.m. or sorry, 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. in the morning. So the band comes on and then leaves at 10, and then the DJ comes on, and some people are still on the dance floor at 2 o'clock. And then we also have the den. We don't have any casinos on board, so the casinos have been converted to the Den, and the Den is a beautiful place where there's a pianist or a guitar player, a great place to go for a pre-dinner cocktail. But if you're looking for a quieter environment in the evening, the Den really does meet those expectations. And whenever you talk about cruising, everybody wants to know what's the dining like. So we've got lots of dining options as well. So Discoveries is our main dining room, open for breakfast and dinner on every voyage, every day. It's open seating, dine where you want with whomever you want, and it's always tableside service with linen tablecloths. Quite nice. When you're at Sea Days, it's often open for lunch as well. Then you have windows, and that's our buffet style. It's a little bit more casual, but it's either indoor or outdoor dining, open for breakfast and lunch. And then in the evenings, we'll have themed nights, whether or not it's a taste of Thailand or a Mexican fiesta. So it gives you an alternative option as well. Patio, I love on those sea days when you want to sit out by the pool. We've got great kebabs, great sandwiches, a fabulous salad bar, and it's in the evenings. We've now in this post-pandemic world when we're trying to spread everybody out, but it went over so well, we've kept it, is if you're in a beautiful destination where it is warm in the evening, we now have al fresco dining at the patio in the evenings as well. We've got 2 specialty dining options. Prime Sea is a fabulous steakhouse. My father, who is now 87, I think he had his 86th birthday, and he dined in Prime Sea. And he called me when he got home and said, I think that was the best Chateaubriand I've ever had in my life. I doubt I will ever have anything like it again. So to me, huge accolades for us. Aquilina is a seafood Italian restaurant. Both of these do require reservations. Now, if you are in our suite accommodation, it is completely complimentary. If you're in our veranda class or lower, you as well need reservations, and there is a surcharge. It's $50, which is extremely reasonable for what you are receiving is normally a 4 or 5 course meal, and I would highly recommend it. Reservations are required, so book that as soon as you get on board to avoid disappointment because it only seats 70 people each restaurant. And then for those sea days, of course, we've got a great fitness facility, loads of options, whether it's hair, facial treatments, and our Sanctum Spa. And then the Cabaret Lounge on those evenings, we've got a great in-house crew, but we also will bring on comedians, magicians, and that's where we will house some of the local entertainment. We bring that on board as well. People are still talking about the White Night party that we had in Greece last year. So we docked very, very close. I think it was in Santorini. And we remove all of the deck chairs. We put out tables with white tablecloths. You will see in this picture that we are in Monte Carlo. And I love this picture for 3 reasons. One, you can see how close we get. It's literally a €2 water taxi ride or about a 15-minute walk into the city center where the cars will go by on the Monaco Grand Prix. It's also nighttime. So you can see that the lights are all lit up and the sun has gone. And the other thing I like is that you can see, I bet you if you counted, there'd be about 20 waiters going around with bottles of wine, filling up wine glasses, removing glasses, and removing plates. And there's a band playing, the dance floor is full, and it is truly a magnificent evening. So if you are sailing with us, please pack something white, whether it's a dress or a dress shirt, but it is a definitely fun evening. Everything is decorated to that white night theme. Number 3 is our inclusive amenities. So always included with Azamara is a variety of dining. So we've got 24-hour room services included. If you go to Mosaics and have a cappuccino and a biscotti in the evening, that is included. So bottom line, your food is included. We have beer, wine, spirits, and it's all day. A lot of people will confuse us with the river cruises and say, is this for lunch and dinner? No, it's throughout the ship, throughout the day. We have our As Amazing events. And then we have on deck 7, unlimited laundry service, which is far more popular than I thought it was. But if you want to go with just that carry-on luggage and you have been traveling for a few days beforehand, everything you need from detergent to laundry sheets to irons are all available for you, completely complimentary. And then the other thing, I had somebody call me a while ago saying, I'm trying to prepay my clients' gratuities and I just can't figure it out. I thought, read the inclusions. Gratuities are always included with Azamara. And then we have always expected, our overnights, our extended destination days, the unique and iconic destinations. There are ports that I'd never heard of that I had to look up, and they are those hidden gems. And the guy who does all of our itineraries, he is just a master at coming up with some of the destinations that we do go to. And I put this slide in because a lot of people want to know what exactly is included. So when we say our beverages are included, it's non-alcoholic beverages, specialty teas and coffees, selected wines by the glass. So from sparkling wines, white wines, red wines, rosés, we've got it all. A selection of imported beers, and then it's all premiums, or not premium, but select standard beverages. So for instance, our vodka would be Smirnoff, our gin is Gordon's Gin. So it's their names that you would recognize. And then we've got specialty cocktails as well. The number 4 reason you're going to love Azamara is because of our unique itineraries. I'm going to try and play a quick video.
Sail into a world of European wonders with Azamara Cruises. Discover our new 2025 sailings with 73 just released itineraries from Greenland to the Faroe Islands and 13 brand new ports. Azamara will take you on a journey through remote destinations that larger ships can't access. And with our double night stays, you'll have more time to experience everything you want. Azamara Cruises, change the way you see.
So where do we go? Literally across the globe. One of the destinations we don't go to is Alaska, but we do go the Caribbean, Panama Canal, South America, transatlantic, Mediterranean, Africa, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and really depending on the time of the year is going to depend on where we are. Our new itineraries for 2025 have been released. The beginning of 2026 has also been released. And so we've got loads of information on our website with our unique ports. And our number 5 reason tonight is we've got great relationships with our travel partners. Vacations for Canadians is one such example, and they are working on some fabulous group departures, which if you don't take advantage of for a destination that you are thinking about, you are missing out in added amenities that they are the only ones that are able to provide those. I'm not going to go through them all, but just know that if you are looking for the Adriatic, we've got a fabulous 14-night itinerary on the Onward in May. It's 5 countries. We've got 1 overnight, 12 ports, and there are 5 late nights on this voyage. Immediately after that, you can either get off the ship in Rome or you can continue on and do Rome to Lisbon. And that would offer 5 countries, 2 overnights, 8 different ports, and 6 late night stays. Again, you can continue on in Southampton, going to Dublin for a 12-night Scotland itinerary. And let's dive into our Ireland intensive itinerary. This itinerary on the Quest, starting in July of 2025, circumnavigates Ireland, stopping for extended destination stay on the Isle of Man, which is a destination that takes you back in time to horse-drawn trams that have been in service since 1876. From here, you overnight in Belfast. So there's loads of time to see the Peace Wall, check out the signatures from Barack Obama to the Dalai Lama to our own Canadian, Justin Bieber. So lots of things to do there. And of course, pour your own Guinness at the Black Horse Tavern. We continue on to Donegal, Galway, and then we end up going into Waterford. If you're into crystals and dishware, that is the home of where that comes from. We also continue on for an overnight in Dublin. And Dublin has a wealth of history, sites that date back, and some pubs even that date back 1,000 years. So give Ireland a chance. I love the people of Ireland, listening to their stories. You're definitely up for a load of memories and some great laughs if you join Vacations for Canadians on this Irish itinerary. We will do Iceland. We've got a fantastic Iceland intensive. And the reason I think doing Iceland by ship is a great idea is, one, it is affordable. You can see a lot in a short amount of time, and it's just a natural wonder, full of beauty, waterfalls, botanical gardens, and Iceland is just a place to go. Quebec, anybody who is thinking about sailing but not really looking for that big transatlantic voyage on the aircraft, this is some relaxing days at sea, going all the way to Prince Edward Island, St. Pierre and Miquelon, and an extended destination day in Quebec City, one of my favorite places, home of Cirque du Soleil, really feels like little Europe. And then we come back into Montreal, the Paris of Canada. If you're looking for the Caribbean, there are a couple of itineraries in October. We've got the Quest doing a 15-night Eastern Caribbean, and then in December, a holiday voyage with a 14-night Eastern Caribbean, and again, going off the beaten path. And then if you're looking into 2026 and Japan is the place that you want to go to, we've got a 14-night Japan intensive. And honestly, compared to some of the other cruise lines that go into Japan, we will be going to 12 different ports. We have 6 late night stays and 2 overnight stays in this fabulous itinerary. And having just come back from Japan, you're thinking, great, I've checked it off my bucket list, but now I'm going, no, I got to go back. It is really one of those magical, magical places where the people are so incredibly friendly. The food is so incredibly fresh. And it was just magical. And of course, we do stop in Kobe and we overnight there. So you've got to try the beef. I'm going to skip this video because I know I'm running out of time. And maybe I can't, but we do have some great summer offers available until August 21st. And Teena's team would be able to tell you all about these Experience More essential packages that you do receive when you book select 2024 and 2025 voyages. And for any other information, please reach out to our friends at Vacations for Canadians.
Thank you so much, Margarita. That was amazing. And I was actually in Monaco last summer on Azamara. And, you know, when you're sitting in that cruise port and you're surrounded by yachts, but there's no other ships there because the other ships, they can't get in there. It's just Azamara and then a whole bunch of yachts. And you're really right in Monaco.
Got the biggest
It's
yacht
amazing. It is amazing. Thank you so much for that presentation. And if we have any questions, we'll be in touch because we're going to keep on moving forward. And now we are going to move over to Mitch Marucci with Royal Caribbean. So for those of you that aren't ready to give up that big ship and love all that late night entertainment and tons of options, this might be your way to go, is living the sweet life on the big ships with Royal Caribbean. So Mitch, take it away.
Thanks, Teena. And thank you, everybody. I'm going to, first of all, say I appreciate your time here. And thanks to the Margarita before. And yes, Seabourn and Azamara, just amazing ships. And, you know, it's all about cruising. We love to cruise. That's what it's all about. And when you do want to cruise, with your family or you're looking for entertainment options, you love the big ships, this is where, and I just turned off my camera, by the way, this is where you're going to find Royal Caribbean as, we hope, your #1 choice. So just as a reminder, if you're not very familiar with Royal Caribbean, we are the largest cruise line in the world when it comes to the brand. We have the most suites in the entire cruise industry. Our ships, well, probably all of the Seabourn and Azamara ships could fit on one of our Oasis class ships. But, you know, there is lots of options, as you can see here. And when you're looking for that kind of fun, this is what you're going to get. So who are our guests? Well, it is maybe not what you expect, but we do cover lots of different ages. We are truly multi-generational. We have the highest loyalty in the cruise industry, and we do have something for everybody. So when it comes to our classes, we do have 2 different Royal Suite class and our traditional suite program, depending on the ship that you're on and the class. So the Icon class, the Quantum class, and the Oasis class are 3 newest classes of ships. those have our brand new Royal Suite class. And on the traditional suite program, you're going to find on the Freedom, Radiance, Voyager, and Vision class ships. So 7 different classes in total. As you can see, even our small Vision class ships at around 70,000 tons, just under 2,000 guest double occupancy, are still much bigger than some of the smaller ships that you saw. But they, you know, it all depends on the options that you're looking for. And no matter what you cruise on, which class of ship, you're going to find some great amenities. So when it comes to the Royal Suite class, we'll talk a little bit more in detail, but there is the 3 classes, Sea, Sky, and Star. And as you move up to the Star class, everything included in the Sky and the Sea is there as well. And then on the traditional suite program, it's Grand Suites and above. But we're going to talk a little bit about these tiers in detail in just a second. So everything that you're looking for can be found in these different tiers. And just as a reminder, we are truly a global brand. We are all over the world. So depending on where you're looking to cruise, definitely not small enough to get into some of these really exotic, unique destinations, but we do have you covered. So one thing to remember in junior suites and grand suites and above on our traditional suite program, priority embarkation. Don't forget, no matter what program and what ship you're on, double crown and anchor points for all suites. And we do see a lot of guests booking a junior suite on a transatlantic just so they can get to Diamond, so they can get their free drinks. But this is a great benefit to remember about that, because that is a huge perk, getting free drinks at Royal Caribbean. That's why possibly our loyalty program is so big. And we just did announce our big status match. So whether it's Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Silver Sea, you're going to be status matched. So that's a great perk, especially when Diamond gets 4 free drinks a day, Diamond Plus gets 5, and Pinnacle gets 6. So no matter what, that will status match into your suites. We will talk about it, but in the Star class, literally everything is included, including unlimited beverages. So we did talk about this suite program on these ships. So don't forget, when it's a Royal Suite and the Villa Suite, you will be escorted onto the ship with the Welcome Moe and Shandon on our traditional program. And this is some of the examples of what you're going to get in these traditional program on these smaller vessels, are smaller to us, I should say. So you've got the junior suite. This is a great example of the grand suite with a serving area for entertaining. And then when it comes to the ocean view panoramic suites, so some of our suites will have balcony or will not have balconies. Of course, that is standard, but some of them do not. It's all depending on the panoramic views. 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. And here's a great example of an owner suite with the wraparound balcony with great living areas, of course, the bathtubs, and all these extra exclusive amenities. There's a great Royal Suite with the balcony with the baby grand piano. And we always say, if you can afford the room with the piano, you can bring your own piano player. But otherwise, you can just push the button and let it play for you. But in the traditional suites, you get, of course, priority boarding, the junior suite, the dedicated suite attendant, the Lavazza coffee machine, the slippers, and the bathrobes. Of course, please don't take it off the ship in port. Why would you? I wonder why that's there. Luxury bathroom amenities. And then in the grand suites and above, all those junior suite amenities, plus you're getting the concierge club access, which is the nightly hors d'oeuvres, complimentary drinks. Of course, they're open in the morning with breakfast, and your dedicated concierge who will help you, of course, make reservations, priority dining, spa excursion reservations, the water and fruit amenity. Of course, you can have the main dining room available in suite for dining. So if you don't want to go to the dining room, have it in your room, which is a great option. Complimentary 24-hour room service, pressing on the first formal night, and priority departure with breakfast. So some great options. And then when it comes to the Royal Suite class, now this is again on the Quantum, Oasis, and Icon class ships. This is really where you're going to see some of these unbelievable multi-level suites. And again, these are the most incredible ships in the world right now. And of course, this is a great picture of one of the suites on the Icon of the Seas. So whether it's just a couple, whether you're coming for the family or whether it's a multi-generational trip and you want the suite and everyone else is going to get a different room, this is great options for you depending on what you're looking for. So again, Sea, Sky, and the top Star class. So the Sea class is dedicated for our junior suites. And this is where you're going to continue to get the same amenities, the bathroom amenities. These are luxury amenities, and these go through the entire Sea, Sky, and Star class. You're going to get access to our dedicated suite lounge, coastal kitchen, dining room. And this is an awesome restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. No one else can get inside, so this is a great option. So when it comes to the C class, you're going to get priority boarding, your plush bathrobes, of course, luxury pillow top, the Lavazza, luxury amenities, and dinner access at Coastal Kitchen. So here's a couple great examples of some of these beautiful suites that you're going to see. Here's the junior suite. And so then when we move up to the Sky class, this is where we're going to start to see our multi-level loft suites. So 2 different levels. And again, really nice. So depending on if you're looking for something special, this is what you're going to be able to get as well. Suite lounge and sun deck access. And we do have some great, it all depends on the ship and what access is there. But don't forget complimentary VOOM, and this is powered by Starlink. It is the fastest internet at sea. You can do anything, including one of these webinars or anything else on board with this Wi-Fi package. And this is complimentary on Sky and Star class. The dedicated suite neighborhood exclusively on Wonder, Icon, Utopia, and Star of the Seas with the plunge pool, the hot tub, the dedicated bar, controlled entry, absolutely fantastic. And when it comes to the Icon, I know Teena saw this, just the amazing suite sun deck that we have on Icon and Star, and just unbelievable. The dedicated restaurants, and this is a great perk as well. So that's the Sky tier. So everything in the previous tier plus concierge service, the access to Coastal Kitchen all day, the specialty bottled water, complimentary VOOM, priority dining reservations, boarding and priority departure, access to the sun deck, the suite lounge area, and of course, when we mention the concierge, you do get those beverages inside of the suite lounge at night. There's a couple examples of some of the Sky rooms as well, and here's some of the other suites that you're going to see. There's our brand new Surfside Family Suite on Icon. There's the Sunset Suite and the Owner's Suite as well. There's the Crown Loft. And then when we move to the Star class, this is our very top tier. And this is the Royal Loft Suite. This is just absolutely unbelievable. Lots of great choices depending on what you're looking for in the Star class. But remember, everybody, as I mentioned earlier, in the Star class does receive complimentary specialty dining and beverage package. The Oasis class ships has over 30 bars and restaurants. The Icon class is over 40, and you get dedicated complimentary to the specialty restaurants. So if you want to go to Giovanni's for Italian, but you will really love the cheesecake at Chops, well, you can go there just for the cheesecake for dinner after if you like. So this is a great perk. And don't forget, at Royal Caribbean, there's only one beverage package, and that's Top Shelf Premium. So if you like vodka, for example, that's Grey Goose, that's Belvedere, no matter what. So these are some of the great perks that you're getting when you're in the Star class, luxury, bedroom amenities. Of course, we haven't mentioned the fact that there is, in any of the tiers, you can still get these specialty dining reservations, access to the spa, priority access, but the great amenities there. And I think my favorite is the Royal Genie, which is exclusively for the Starcast. They are your experience curator. So they experience and arrange exclusive experiences for you. If you want to meet Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, the only way you can do it is if you have a Genie party planner. You want to entertain, they can help taste tailor all these great amenities. They will put you in the best seats in the house. If you walk in 1 minute before the show starts, they have the seats reserved before we even open the doors. VIP access, of course, personal shopping assistance. They can do all this kinds of great stuff. And that is what you get with the Star class. Now, in a Star tier, you do get 6 weeks prior to sailing an email. And this is going to be a preference questionnaire. And then 4 weeks prior to sailing, the Genie will actually email you and get some more information about what sort of experiences you want on board. It is absolutely amazing. It's one-to-one service. And yeah, so this is a great benefit when you look at all the extra tiers. So exclusive access to the Royal Genie, in addition to your stateroom attendant, complimentary restaurants, deluxe beverage package, sparkling water in your stateroom and still water every day. Gratuities are added in, and then again, all the other previous benefits are added on. So yeah, so when it comes to it, lots of different choices depending on the tiers that you'd like, depending on the ships that you'd like. But again, some really great pictures of some of my favorite suites, including I think maybe one of the best suites and the most popular suites out there in the industry is the Aqua Theater suites that overlook our amazing Aqua Theater with your very own private balcony where you can watch the shows. Very, very popular. Here's another one of the great panoramic views at the very top edge of the ship without a balcony. And I have too many favorites, but I really do love these multi-level icon and these loft suites on the Oasis and Quantum class. Just absolutely amazing. Again, separate areas, separate bedrooms, the villa suites with multiple bedrooms, big wraparound balconies, and you can see plenty of space for entertaining. But as we mentioned before, if you are going to bring the entire family, you have plenty of choices. So the ultimate family suite here, or the ultimate family townhouse on the Icon and the Star of the Seas, fit up to 8 people. And you can just see on the Icon, it's 3 stories. It's bigger than my house. It's over 2,000 square feet. It's absolutely incredible. So if you're looking for something like that, these are some of the options that you're going to find on Royal Caribbean in our suites. And again, when we visit our private islands, perfect day at Coco Cay, you can secure access to the Coco Beach Club, overwater cabanas, Hideaway Beach with amazing cabanas there as well that you can reserve for an extra fee if you like. And then again, that's what our brand new adult only area looks like. There's the Coco Beach Club, a great view of the cabanas. And let's not forget Labadee, where you can, of course, get access to Barefoot Beach, which is complimentary to suite guests. And you can, of course, always upgrade if you'd like to a private cabana. But if you're already booked and you don't have a suite, you can always upgrade. So if you're in a balcony, you can always try to upgrade to the junior suite. And if you're in a junior suite, you can always try to go higher. So these are great options as well that you can do. And yeah, just as a reminder, we do have some great promotions on until the end of the month. And that includes 60% off of the second guest, 30% off of the third and fourth guest. And yes, kids do sail free. So this is a great perk that we do have that we offer. And we do have a special suite offer right now until the end of June, which is up to $100 off in our suite. So $100 off automatically onboard credit into any suite that you book. That includes junior suites all the way until the end of the month. And Teena, do you want to take over talking about some of these great promotions, or should I?
If that's up to you, Mitch, if you want to go ahead and talk about them.
Well, yeah, because I know
Yeah.
Teena and her team do the best job in the industry when it comes to finding and sourcing the best prices. But let's take a quick peek here at this cruise. This is unbelievable. So this is a suite guarantee, February 13th to 19th, 2026, 5 nights on one of my favorite ships, Quantum of the Seas. I lived on it for over a year. This is an unbelievable price in the suite guarantee. So we talked about the Sky C class. That's what that is right there. So 2763 total, taxes and fees included for 2 people. Teena, how did you find this deal?
I'm not giving away any of my secrets.
But that's a great example of 2 people, all in price, and let's not forget that's double Crown and Anchor points. So that's a great offer there. That's the suite guarantee, and this is one of my favorites, the Grand Suite 1 bedroom. So the concierge, the drinks, the priority access, priority departure, all this great stuff, and that is 9-night Western Caribbean on Jewel of the Seas. 4 people, 2 adults, 2 kids, 67.39. So what a great price for 9 nights on one of our smallest ships, the Jewel of the Seas. Still lots of fun activities and great things to do, entertainment around the ship, but an absolutely unbeatable price for 4 people on a 9-night in that cruise, double points. And then let's go to one of my all-time favorites, as I mentioned, Oasis of the Seas, Aqua Theater Suite. That's one of the pictures we showed you. And this includes everything. And the Royal Genie, as we talked about, the unlimited specialty dining, the unlimited beverage package, tips, Wi-Fi, and that's high-speed Voom. And there you have it for $18,725 for 6 nights on the Oasis of the Seas, and that is for 4 people. So some great, great options. And yeah, I don't know. if you have anything to add, Teena, but thank you so much.
Yeah, just back to
Hopefully,
that Oasis deal too. Like that category of a cabin can actually hold another 4 people. So, you know, let's say you've got some grandma and grandpa that you want to bring along, or you've got 4 kids, bring them all for a token amount to add on 4 more passengers. You can do that. And with Royal Caribbean, if one gets the perks, everyone's getting the perks.
Yep.
So that includes everybody. Fantastic price for that Aqua theater suite. I don't know about you, Mitch, but I think that some of these suites sound like it would be a great time to call grandma and grandpa and
Yeah.
see if they're ready to celebrate an anniversary with their kids and
Yep.
grandkids.
Well, I'll tell you, Teena, as you know, I worked on board for 18 and a half years, Royal Caribbean, every class of ship. And I saw this over and over again. That's why we're truly multi-generational. We're perfect for these family cruises, even if it's that once in a lifetime where grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, the kids, we're all going to go on a cruise. Maybe it is just grandma and grandpa in the suite, maybe not. But the whole point is that these are very popular and everyone's doing it. So if this is something that is on your bucket list, definitely give
Absolutely.
Teena and the team a call.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mitch. And I can't believe that we are almost bang on time. You know, if you know me, you know I love hockey, so I'm off to watch a game tonight.
Yep. Yep.
Go Canada.
There's still hope.
There is still hope. So thank you everybody for joining us. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email us, and one of our agents would be happy to answer your questions. Thank you and enjoy.